Hi folks, I'm SilmarUK and welcome back to my Let's Play video series on the game Beautiful Desolation. Last time we entered a new region and we've picked up some more quests. We also managed to get the tear slingshot device and we also picked up something called a portal spawner, which we're not entirely sure what to do with yet. Without further ado, let's get into the game. So, it looks as if... Let's bring up the map to explain this. We're here. This lot do not seem to like this lot, and I imagine the feeling is mutual. We've been asked to get something from here to prove to us that we can be trusted by Mongrel, which would then mean they will let us through here and we might have a chance of getting the tear slingshot device. We also have this thing. Oh, okay. So a sleekly designed tool is apparently pivotable in briefly expanding on an existing space-time tear. There's a tear. Wrong page. Here we go. So the other thing we've got at the moment is we've got this, which we have not been able to access. Okay, let's jump back into Buffalo. I think I want to... I didn't have the portal spawner the last time I tried to go to the tear. Now that I do, will it do something different? Oh, that's nice. Right. Let's jump through to Vesta. Right, okay, we couldn't access the tear at all before. We still can't, but the way the game works, if I go into my inventory and I click on that... Whoa! Okay. New location available. Unknown. We've either just made a terrible mistake or we've found something interesting. We seem to have some bits and pieces there. Unknown. Moss Nest Alpha. Yeah. This is fairly impressive. That's moss. Presumably this is Nest Alpha. Okay, let's go back to the tear. There is no warning here. Yeah. Not convinced we're supposed to be there yet. Interesting. Oh, and we've got some gold, which means we can pick up some nice bits and pieces for our buffalo. So let's do that while we're here. Not the overlook. Actually, let's stop by the overlook as well, because one of the guys there looks a lot like the guys at Mongrel. Maybe he'll talk. No. Okay, so...
Scanning for noxious fumes.
Sanctuary's down here. So we've opened up 2 new zones now, which is cool. That actually gives us a total, well, 2 new regions to be more precise. So we've got a total of 5 to play with now. And new stuff does get found in regions that I've already explored, so it's not a case of you go pass through one and then never return. Okay, cool. No one seems to want to talk to us there. Right, so the nice thing in the game as well is when you find gold stuff, you have to make a gold offering. But the credit balance you get applies to all traders. It's not just for one, like the one where you've made the offering, which is good. So... oh. Okay, once we go this way, we have removed the gold man. 2 credits have been added to my balance. And we've removed the gold skull. 2 credits have been added to my balance. My balance is now 8. I was trying to decide between 2 different items that you could buy here, each of them costing 3 credits for the buffalo, electrical shield and heat shielding. Now that I can afford to buy both, I don't have to choose.
Ah, my sweet. Welcome back. Are you looking to trade?
Let's see what you got.
So we'll take that. Cool. So that will mean that we can now put these into the buffalo. And it will have electrical and heat shielding. I'm looking at that environment through the tear, that looked a little bit hostile, so you know this is probably a really good thing to have at this time. Right, so we've got oh no, it's added them automatically, so we've got heat shielding, an agnate military transponder, and electrical shielding. So there is one more module for us to find. Oh, that's the Warden Gate interface. But that doesn't have a module either. So actually, there's a total of 6 modules, of which I've got 4. There's 2 more modules to find. Ah, wait a sec, no. No, I'm wrong. There's 5, because that looks like it's all one module. Yeah. Okay, let's... cool, I can select locations from there, that's nice. Let's head back to the Warden and go and continue stuff in the Slag region. You can do that either from the map or from the Buffalo console, which is cool. Okay, here we are. So basically, we want to go talk to this lot. Fley Scoria? Ooh, this one gets a video. Ooh, okay. Little pools of lava. So this is point and click. We need to explore properly. Yeah. Oh, volcanic rocks. Ragged black rocks are formed as the incandescent lava cools. An industrial building. The entrance to this building is guarded. No connections found. Array component. Can't see anything that would obviously interact with that. Charnel house. Not sure I want to go into the charnel house. I'll see what else is around first. There's someone to talk to. We might want to talk to people before we go investigating somewhere that's called Charnel House. Okay, that's going to lead us back to there. First things first. Oh, an air vent. These vents release steaming air from the subterranean lab. Oh, there's a subterranean lab? Okay. Ah, this would be the way around. So, oh, a couple of things here. Fire vent. Jets of flame rise occasionally from the vent. And a Fley guard. These mechanical arms guard rules 2 guns no regular person could lift alone. Whoa. So they're heavy duty. Guard is protected by a large mechanical suit. Codex is updated. Guessing that's going to be the guard. Yeah. Machinery. Strange machinery comes with activity. Volcanic settlement. There's some people to talk to. Flag. A black worm on a golden flag. There it is. That looks kind of ominous. We just finished watching Kingdom, and worms in that, you know, are not good things. Would we be able to... No, it's not letting us. Can't use those. Those are just for... Oh, we're off. Oh, living pods. The pods look lightweight, strong and well insulated, made for habitation rather than production. Okay, before I talk to anyone and potentially kick something off, I think I am going to take a look inside this charnel house. Oh.
It's the sweetie man coming.
No, this is a graveyard. An impressive statue there. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to go talk to those people. But, before we do that, let's just make sure our save took. Yes. Okay, let's go talk to these people. see.
MacGyver our way out of this mess.
That's what we're kind of trying to do to get back to our own time.
At last, our saviour arrives at SilmarUK.
You expecting me?
We are. I am the legate of the Fley of SilmarUK.
How are you expecting me?
How could you be expecting me?
Oh, did Atom not send you to SilmarUK?
No, not me.
Oh, a pity. We lost hope in seeing them again. Oh, Atom was the bravest Fley in all of Slag. They left seeking a cure for the foul brood.
They?
Yes, the Fley are symbiotes. Each Fley is two. The host and the bristled worm. They are separate, and yet they are one. The foul brood jeopardizes our perfect harmony.
The foul
What's the
brood.
foul brood?
Once we are bonded, host and bristled worm are inseparable. 5 years ago, this century-old synergism was threatened. If we step a foot off our bristle out of our own land, we experience the onset of an horrific pain, like our brains are boiling inside our heads. Innocent bristle worms are driven from their hosts, in the most agonizing way. Neither host nor worm can survive without the other. Atom, the bravest of the brave, ran out of SilmarUK as blood spurted from their head tentacles. We are dying. We need help.
I also need help. Who's in charge around here?
You may speak to the Clan Moor in the hatchery. Only you may enter. Leave your companions at the entrance.
Interesting. Okay, so there's a hatchery somewhere. Let me just review. Great background, right? Let's just. So this guy is for the Mongrels. Thinks we could be a Fley spy. If we need to bring one of the Fley worms, a live one, which means it cannot be one that's bonded with someone. Therefore, we cannot lead someone outside to separate them. Okay. And they do have a slingshot, and the Fley do not. And we need a slingshot. Right. So. There's no new location called the hatchery. So there must be a door or a marker around here somewhere, which has now been put in place, which is for the hatchery, which I would assume is here in the main part of the complex. I mean, I would have assumed it was right there, but there is no way for me to enter there. Pressure rumbles in the network of pipes. Okay. So we just got to find this hatchery, which should be probably its own section. And I would presume that it is now marked, so it should be obvious when we find it. So that's the charnel house. Aha! Here we go. Fley hatchery. So actually, I honestly don't know if I just missed this before, but it's marked now. Whoa. Red grass. Even the plants look like they are on fire here. Lava smell. jet of magma shoots from the rock. We have someone that we can talk to. Okay, power generator. Electricity surges through the generator. It wants us to give it something. Fley scientist. The little black worms rest gently atop the Fley scientist's head. Hot air vent. It's hot as hell in here. These Fley worms must like the heat. Okay. A worm tank. Whoa, 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 whoa. Newly hatched worms squirm and convulse in a tank of fluid. Does that mean if we could perhaps get one from here? Bee-like robotic creatures tend to the tank. The wiggling mass of larvae occupies the tank. Guess would be that might pull. Ah, we can see the worms. So that might allow you to extract a worm from a tank.
What's through here?
Okay. Drained worm pond. The hatchery sits dry and empty, a thin layer of algae coating the bottom. There's something there.
There's a dead one here.
Well, dead one is not going to... Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. We've got a dead one. The tank delivers an electric shock to the occupant, giving the illusion of movement and living tissue. Hello. Have we just found what the necrosis stimulation tank is for? Will that allow us to fall our way into the Mongrel? Well, that is interesting. Alright. Hopefully we haven't just screwed up our chances to talk to these people because we've picked up a dead worm. Metallic building. The structure emanates waves of heat. Okay.
You have arrived at a most troublesome time.
We're talking to the worm.
Our tank requires cleaning, and I am indeed of a devoting. Speak quickly, human, lest I instruct my caretakers to laser the limbs from your torso.
I think we could help
I
each
need
other.
something, you need something. Let's help each other.
Is that the tone you take when addressing the war? Insolence! How dare you address the first Fley in such a manner? You have one chance to restate your introduction!
Grandma, I am a friend to the Fley.
Yes, good. Your words flatter me, human. I assume Atom or the Legates had explained our situation to you.
The foul brood. Yeah, I understand that you're stuck here.
Atom was a fine Fley. They made it all the way to Vesta before they vanished from our screen. The Fley are vastly technologically superior to all around us. This should keep a dawn of the Fley. But the foul brood keeps us from expanding to the edge of Slag and beyond. Did Atom give you the location of the bars of Chiron, eh?
The Bass of Chiron?
The boss of Chiron. Yeah, I know some of those words.
The great bard civilization for the warden of Chiron. The cure to the foul brood has to be in Bass.
Any idea what the cure looks like?
Child, how would I know that? Our research indicated the bars had encountered a similar infrasonic waveform. It matches the foul-brood vibration patterns. The antidote to our misery lies with the bars.
Okay, so right now I am thinking along the following lines. One, I wasn't expecting the Grand Maw to be a worm. That makes me wonder if the humans here are effectively being enslaved, whether they realise it or not. And they want to expand, and I've met other cultures that I don't want to see wiped out by the Fley, which if the Fley are technologically superior, they could perhaps do. So I'm also wondering if the bus are actually keeping them here with the foul brood deliberately. So, where did the Fley come from? Let's find out some more about them.
What are you? Where did the Fley come from?
I am the first of this apiary. I hatched an age ago from a golden egg. A young mongrel boy found me. At first, he kept me in a tank. I escaped, and while he slept, I was delivered into his ear.
What happened to him?
He became the first Fley host. The host must be a child. Their brains are soft. Their spines malleable. Even their skulls are not yet knit together, allowing the Fley to extend through the soft flesh. We are always in need of more hosts. The mongrels are resistant to our domination, but once we are cured, we shall reap their newest crop of hosts.
But only if you're cured first.
We will give you access to our database. I have enabled the terminal that will provide you with access to the collective knowledge of this world. Scan an item and it will cross-reference the data against the vast trove of Fley intelligence. You may pursue your own research, but never forget our plight.
Thank you, Grandma.
Wow. So the Fley are useful, but they also sound pretty nasty. And I probably don't want to help them, I want to use them. Okay. So... okay. Okay, it's not actually telling me anything, is it? Which might just mean that I'm selecting the wrong things, that this might be needed for a specific device. Whoa! What has been repaired? Okay. Fumbling around with advanced technology. We have a repaired bot. That's going to make my brother happy. Okay, you don't recognise that. Right, now we've got to come out of that interface. Right, wait a second. This item can be dragged over other object in inventory. Occupied necrosis stimulation tank. Cool, so we have created that. The worm swings gracefully dancing to death's song. Excellent, right. Let us save. So, actually wait a sec, let us check our map. We don't seem to have any more locations. I thought that maybe another region would have opened up. We know that one of them made it somewhere here. Now maybe we missed a conversation with them in the past, which is why we were able to continue things here, or maybe not. So we want to find Atom because we've got to find these class of Chiron. We've got something to take back. Right, let's save that. Just make sure that took. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to bring it to a close there. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like, consider leaving a comment, consider subscribing to the channel. I'm also doing Let's Play series on the Encased RPG Early Access and Final Fantasy VII Remakes. You can find those on my channel. And you can find me on various social media, as the page says there, as SilmarUK. I have a Discord link. I have a website which is silmaruk.net. This YouTube channel, and you can find me on Twitch as SilmarUK, where I am currently streaming 4 times a week at those times, which is Elder Scrolls Online Elite Dangerous. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon for more Beautiful Desolation.